I will admit when I'm wrong about stuff. And I was wrong about a fair bit. Welcome back to the Closer to Friends YouTube channel. My name is Garrett, and today I'm bringing you a review/thoughts video for The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 6, entitled The Tragedy. Again, I'm gonna say spoiler warning for this episode. A lot of shit happens in this episode. Totally go watch it. It is only 32 minutes long, so fast. You will enjoy it. So during my review of the last episode, I mentioned that this episode, 6 that I'm talking about now, would be 32 minutes long, and that I was expecting it to be a subpar episode, kind of like episode 2. Shorter, to me, it seems like they don't have as much to say, but I was wrong. This episode is amazing. There's so much to dive into, so let's just jump into it. First off, I love how Boba Fett's ship looks in this episode. The digital effects team did such a good job with this episode. It looks amazing. The world that we travel to, the vast background that you have in these shots, because where the temple is at the very point of a cliff, or point of a mountain thingy, so you see the entire landscape around it. Again, Boba Fett's ship, when it first appears, and then any other time you see it flying, God, it looked amazing. I loved Boba Fett showing up. Another thing I was wrong about, I was thinking he was not going to show back up in this season, and he did. He's a main character this episode, and they bring back Ming-Na's character, and I'm so happy that she's back. She is a fantastic actress, so good with stunts and action scenes, and it sucked to see her potentially have died in season 1. Nope, she's back. She now has a robot belly. Temuera Morrison now is again Boba Fett. He was Boba Fett in the original Star Wars trilogy. I can say the trilogy because they digitally added Boba Fett into A New Hope, so that he's there when all the other bounty hunters are there. Even though he doesn't do anything else that movie, because he wasn't in it originally, but, I mean, sure, add stuff to it. I don't know. I love what his character does in that he's not some bad guy. He respects the rules between deals and other bounty hunters, and he's a good person. He just was hired by the wrong person and was stuck doing his job. I think now you have given us a character that you can build potentially a Boba Fett series with. And now that Ming-Na's character, because Boba Fett saved her life, she has to work for Boba Fett. I think now you have your main two characters. You can really build out her character into something that's more than just a bounty hunter, more than someone who's just hunting someone who can do action scenes very well. Give us a backstory for her. Of course, she could just end up dying, which I think would be a bad choice writing-wise. If you want your other series to continue, you need a bigger cast. You can't just have Mandalorian and Grogu. You can't have those be our two main characters, and then you just have a revolving supporting cast. You can't give the supporting characters the depth of time they need to be able to grow. Sure, they're growing, but it seems rushed. Cara Dune now works for the New Republic. And this episode has a really bad line in it, where the Mandalorian is I heard rumors that you joined the New Republic or something like that. And it's just okay, you left the planet before she had the talk with the X-Wing dude. You went to a planet to see Ahsoka, and then you went to another planet where the Jedi Temple was. That's what we've seen narratively. We don't see you landing back on this planet. We don't see you talking to someone else who's hey, I heard something that Cara Dune works for the New Republic. I thought she wasn't a team player or something. But no, that line just happens, and it's just well, we haven't heard about it, other than just having seen her talk to the X-Wing person. How do you, as a character, hear this from someone? Which means there has to be stuff missing, but we don't get to see that. I don't know if they deleted scenes from something, or if just because of time, even though you're not crunched for time, this was a 32-minute episode, And of course, yes, it was at the very end. And another thing I was wrong about is that the Mandalorian is getting another group of people together so that he can go save Grogu from Moff Gideon, because Grogu got taken by Moff Gideon! Like, oh my god, this episode was just people making choices at the wrong time. Din left Grogu atop the Jedi Temple thing a second time, and that was the time that he was done. If he just stayed, he would have seen it. And damn, that was so heart-wrenching to see these 4 dark troopers come down. They're just robots. So I think I said they were robots. I'm not sure. Droids are back, if anything. This would have been in episode 4. So go watch that and see if I said anything about that. Who knows? But it just sucked to see Grogu get taken by these dark troopers and having him shackled at the end of the episode. It's just sucky to see, and I was so scared that he was going to kill the stormtrooper that he's just flinging around the room. Oh man, that could have been so bad. We could have had like a Darth Grogu start beginning. The action in this episode is incredible. The stuff they do with Boba Fett is fucking great. He's using his staff and just smashing stormtroopers' helmets to pieces while he's beating them up. There's this one really cool shot, I think it's the best shot of the episode, where he like puts out a missile launcher and he sends it, and then it hits the one stormtrooper thing and then it hits the other one. Fuck. The end game is arriving on us. We know where the finale is going to take place. It's going to be on the Empirical ship. I think we have to go break out the dude from episode 6 of last season so he can like help them take down the Empire ship. But yeah, we see where it's going. I don't know if everyone is going to come back. Ahsoka, I don't think she's coming back this episode. I would love to see her come back and have like a Darksaber duel with Moff Gideon, of course, end up losing it, because really the Darksaber needs to end up with Bo-Katan, because that's really what her driving force is, unless the Mandalorian ends up getting it, and then they become enemies there. Could be interesting. Don't know what they want to do with that character yet. But yes, I'm very excited with this episode. It was a lot of fun, an action-packed half hour, where you do get to see some of Grogu's Jedi powers and like the blue stuff, like the force field thing. That was really cool. It looked great. And he gets his armor back. I don't know how he still fits into the fucking armor. I mean, compared to like him in the movies, he looked like he'll gain a fair amount of weight. And I don't think those are meant to be like spacious and roomy. Because then, you know, you could get shot by something and then it like forces, like this is like a bullet. Or like a rock being thrown at you, and it hits your armor, and then it hits you, and it could like crack ribs inside. I don't think those are meant to be roomy and spacious. So he fits into it. Yay! So in the end, those are my thoughts for The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 6, entitled The Tragedy. Did you like the episode? Did you hate it? Let me know all of your thoughts down below. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye! It was insanely shocking to see the Mandalorian ship blow up. The Razor Crest. Fuck, that sucked seeing as well. So much went bad this episode that it was kind of what I was waiting for in the first season. You know, we're at a lowest point. But now we've hit that. You know, he's lost Grogu, he's lost his ship, he's relying on others when he wants to be like, someone who doesn't have to do that. So it's fun to see what they're doing with this season. I want to know more.